my horror loving friends. Winter is the perfect time to curl up with a book that's both terrifying and cozy. There's something so magical about reading a good horror as the snow falls outside, don't you think? But today we are diving into some winter horror themed and holiday themed books that are going to keep you up at night. I've skipped over some of the more large name authors and more well-known authors in this suggestion so we can get a fresh take on some authors you may not have heard of. So let's dive into this list that are winter tales that are as haunting as they are atmospheric. But first, we're gonna open up a beverage because, you know, that's what we gotta do. So grab yourself a drink, whatever it may be. We're gonna use my new witchy mug and we're gonna be fancy here, okay? I could just drink it. Also, if you guys know what flavor this Alani is, I mean, I know it says Winter Wonderland. I've been having major debates with everybody that I possibly could about what the flavor actually is. First up on our list is Snowblind by Christopher Golden. Let me read my little blurb about it. Oh, that's the cat. Not only are we battling with the kittens not getting into things, we are also, you know, going to battle with people moving things upstairs. So I'm very sorry if you guys hear that. There's nothing I can do about that at this time. Also, I know I do look at my notes quite a bit, so let's just be obvious about it while I read this little blurb about Snowblind by Christopher Golden, which is number 1 on our list. Snowblind is set in a small New England town that experiences a horrific blizzard 12 years ago. In the storm's aftermath, several people were found dead in a strange, unnatural ways. Now another blizzard is on the horizon, bringing with it secrets and supernatural forces that haven't quite left. This book captures that feeling of quiet horror with both the setting and the monster. Golden's storytelling builds tension along with atmosphere that makes you feel like you are right there, trapped with those characters. Number 2, Hark the Herald Angels Scream. This is an anthology. This anthology, Hark the Herald Angels Scream, brings a spooky twist to the holidays with short horror stories from a variety of authors. Each of these stories tapped into different fears, from haunted houses to sinister holiday traditions, and offers a mix of styles and scares. This one is perfect for when you want to have something a little bit creepy but have that little bit of holiday spirit sprinkled in during this season. If you love horror anthologies, this collection will give you a taste of holiday horrors from multiple perspectives. Next up is The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. This one is for all of my ghost story lovers out there. Set in Vermont, The Winter People centers on a town haunted by the past. Decades ago, a woman was found dead, and her diary filled with dark secrets about the woods resurfaces years later. As the story unfolds, you'll find yourself tangled in a web of family mysteries, tragic deaths, and supernatural elements. McMahon has a way of weaving together timelines and building suspense, making this book perfect for cold, quiet nights. Next up is Nosferatu by Joe Hill. Nosferatu by Joe Hill is a dark, twisty tale with a strong holiday twist. This story follows Victoria Queen, a young woman with a supernatural ability to find lost things, and her encounter with Charlie Manx, a man who abducts children and takes them to Christmas Land, a place where it's Christmas every day, but with a dark and sinister twist. This book is a long one, but it's a chilling journey filled with eerie holiday vibes that's going to make it worth the whole ride. Here today is Dark Matter by Michelle Paver. Set in the Arctic, Dark Matter is a supernatural thriller about an ill-fated expedition in 1937. As the story unfolds, the main character realizes he is not alone in the harsh he is not alone in the dark frozen landscape. This book creates a slow burn horror with that creepy feeling of dread as the darkness sets in on the Arctic. Paver masterfully uses isolation cold and the supernatural to keep you hooked till the very end. It's a shorter read, but it is a incredibly atmospheric one for a short, cozy little bit of something at night. All right, let's take a midway pause, because what I want to know, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer a winter atmospheric ghost story, or are you guys here for like a horror retelling holiday sort of thing? Words are not coming to me at this moment. I really want to know, so comment down below what is on your TBR for this season, because I know I go in one specific direction, and even though this isn't part of it, I kicked off the season with a bunch of spicy holiday themed romance novels, not winter, holiday themed romance novels. Yeah, we went there, but that's neither here nor there, nor is that what we're discussing right now. So at the very end, if you have one that you would add to this list that I have put together for you guys, comment it down below and maybe I'll add it to my TBR. But with that being said, let's hop back in and go on to the next half of this list. But if you had to pick one of these books on the list to read by candlelight in a snowstorm, you should let me know down below which one you want to read. So because I can't sit crisscross applesauce on the floor at the bottom of the tree, we're now standing in front of the tree. We're gonna keep it going. All right, number 6 on our list. Secret Santa by Adam Schaffer. A dose of horror with a touch of dark humor. Secret Santa is just perfect. I actually read this one last December. So I've also read The Winter People, but to stick with the script, I wasn't telling you which ones I've already read and which ones I've looked into. Set in the 1980s, this story follows a woman who takes a new job at a publishing house. And during their holiday Christmas party, she receives a Secret Santa gift, and that gift comes with a deadly curse. This is a super fun, campy, holiday-themed horror, and honestly, this is like a quirky, weird one. So if you're like into that kind of retro campy holiday vibe, you guys have to add this one to your TBR this season. Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung. Cursed Bunny is a unique collection of short horror stories by South Korean author Bora Chung, featuring some unsettling tales that come straight from winter nights. These short stories explore family curses, revenge, and eerie traditions with a very magical, surreal vibe to them. So it's a thought-provoking, haunting little tidbit if you like short stories to add to your TBR. The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. More thriller than horror. This one is just got enough chilling, eerie winter settings. If you guys aren't really into horror, this is one, you know, again, more of a thriller for you guys to add to your list. The Hunting Party follows a group of friends that go to a remote hunting lodge for a New Year's Eve party. A blizzard hits, someone goes missing, and old tensions bubble to the surface. It is a slow burn mystery with dark, eerie vibes, perfect for fans who like their horror with a more psychological side dish to it. But, you know, make sure we're splashing in winter suspense, which you guys obviously can tell from the setting of this book. Next is the the novel version of Gremlins by George Gipe. So yes, there is a novelized version of Gremlins, and if you don't know Gremlins and it being a holiday movie, I don't know what else I can add to this list, but I thought it was a really great one to throw in here for you guys. And you know, obviously this is a book version of our favorite cult classic Gremlins movie. And finally, we have Krampus, the Yule Lord by Brom. I have not read this one, but obviously I think this one is going to be right up my alley, and it is currently on my TBR for this winter season. This one follows a down on his luck musician that has a run-in with Krampus, the ancient Yule Lord himself. There are illustrations in here that give us a very imaginative retelling to this folklore. This one is for my horror girlies who love a good folklore and like mythology kind of retelling. You know that's me. This one's for the me's out there. So this would instantly become a must read for you guys out there. And there you have it, a list of horror books to keep you company on a cold, chilly winter's night. Whether you're into ghost stories, supernatural thrillers, or even holiday horror, there's something on this list for all of you to check off. Let me know in the comments which book you are most excited to read that's on this list, or which one you will be adding to your TBR, or if you have any that you think I should have mentioned and that I should add to my own personal TBR down below in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and come along with us for the rest of Vlogmas for the other episodes in this mini series for you guys to watch, which will be horror movie recommendations and horror video game recommendations for the winter season. So with that being said, happy hauntings, happy winter season, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.